Hello, welcome back to another episode of Modded Kerbal Space Program, where I am attempting in a very slow, laborious process here to dock with this habitation module. Normally this would have gone a lot better, but I didn't have quite enough liquid fuel to do this faster. And I didn't want to revert again, so we're just making it work.
Now, I may have to... I'm going to have to extend my freaking things again. I think I'm going to have to put that girder down the center so I can attach a fairing to the bottom of my craft.
May not need a fairing. I've been launching without them and it's been working fine.
Yeah, how am I going to... I'm not going to get a fuel tank on the bottom of that.
Oh, well, yeah, you're going to definitely need a girder to attach a fuel tank. Or you're going to need some way to attach a fuel tank. I don't know how that's going to happen.
So that should be in... No, that's... More girders!
Okay. Face or target. At this range, I probably don't need to use the map anymore. So we're going to burn towards our target.
I'm going to be preemptive and use struts ahead of time.
Probably a good idea.
That's going to probably be the biggest shocker in all of YouTube right now, is Bob is thinking ahead of time.
I might even consider strutting your engines that fold out together, and then we'll destroy the struts once it's up there.
Let's see.
Because, I mean, once we get it up there, we're probably going to fold out those engines and then never fold them back. So we'll probably strut them once they're folded out, too, I would imagine. I don't see why we would ever want to fold them back again. Because the only reason we want to fold them in the first place is to make it easier to get them into orbit, right?
Yeah. Okay, so... Alright, we got the girders out, and aerodynamics. We'll attach that to it. We'll attach ourselves a fairing to it. And then...
Alright, we are approaching the station as the sun rises over the planet, and we should probably kind of kill our relative velocity. No, you need to hold prograde. Thank you. So I can burn in reverse. Just want to slow down our approach speed here just a tad. Get it down into something reasonable that we can kill the rest of the way pretty quickly here while we're still approaching. We're like 280 meters out. I'm going to also need to set target to the specific thing. And I'm probably actually going to leave... I'm going to leave my probe section attached until we either need to attach something there or actually use the ship, because it's got a lot of monopropellant in it, and it'll actually give us some sort of control over the station since there's a probe.
Yeah. No, that's probably a good idea.
So that's, I mean, it's got a ton of monoprops, so I have over half of one of those large monopropellant circular tanks still attached, so I'm going to wait here until we get a little bit closer before, well, and kill the speed before attaching or targeting the specific docking port we want.
I'm going to cycle through every single... I think I learned.
What's that?
Another thing, I'm trying to get... I got that issue. I'm having an issue where the...
You don't hear that, do you?
I do. Is your...
I had this problem the other day when I was recording on Sunday. Stupid 4th of July and stupid people with fireworks.
Okay. I was like, that. It sounds too high-pitched on my end for it to be fireworks, but... Anyways. Alright, hopefully the offset tool affects aerodynamics.
I think it does. I don't think it really matters overall anyways. The aerodynamics, I mean, they matter, but at the same time that they matter, like, at the same time they don't matter.
Mm-hmm. I gotta click on my...
Alright, so we're pretty close here.
What the heck do I lift this by if I can't...
What's your problem?
Well, like, I want to lift my thing off the ground. My ship off the ground.
Okay.
I don't know what to click on to do that.
Oh, the whole thing?
Yeah. Like...
You gotta figure out what the main part is. Is it based off of the thing that I made and sent you?
Yeah.
I think it's an orange fuel tank.
There is no orange fuel tank.
Okay, not the orange fuel tank. Whatever the main fuel tank is.
Oh, okay, the bottom fuel tank. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. But now we are actually going to... I got to put a decoupler down here. Adapter, decoupler. And I'm going to actually use the same launch system. Well, actually, before I do that, I'm going to add an intermediary stage down here. So we're going to do a small, not that small, where Interstellar contains hot liquid fuel only. Whatever. Oh, that's way too big. Radial. Interstellar fuel tank, interstellar fuel tank. Is that the... No. No, there it is.
Balanced a little bit poorly here, but it should be alright.
So this is only to give us a little bit of maneuvering that hopefully I won't need once this gets into orbit. But then we'll attach a poodle to the bottom of it. Again, because I have to dock instead of just get into orbit. We will prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Well, if I'm preparing for the worst, I'd attach...
Yeah, just, obviously make sure you have plenty of Delta V. I would still consider dropping the fuel out of the main tanks, because it's a bit...
Yeah, that's probably a wise idea.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's make our lives a lot easier.
All right, let's get in here and get our dock on, hopefully.
So I need another decoupler now, right there, and then we're going to go again my standard double orange fuel tank that feeds into... I'm going to use 4 again. Even though I probably didn't need 4 on that last launch, but meh, you know. We're in science mode. Who gives a crap about money? Main sail on the bottom.
Okay, I think we're almost there. Can't really see what's going on here too well. Slow down a little bit.
If I recall, I believe I did.
RCS, SAS off. And we're docked. Yeah, that worked out pretty well. And somehow I managed to mostly line up the thruster blocks. That's surprising. I'm going to retract the panels on the lander. Okay, so excellent. We have a lander that is now attached that will hopefully work. I think or at least my next mission is probably going to be to bring up a ship, and this ship will rendezvous but probably not dock with it. And it's going to bring parts canisters with a bunch of parts in it. Like spare parts and things that we might need. I think that seems like a pretty good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're obviously... Well, maybe I'll wait to do that until after you get your engine section attached, and then we can kind of go from there. Because then we'll just come up and we'll take this thing up and we'll have to strut everything up and add all the spare parts we're probably going to need. Specifically, like backup parachutes for the lander, extra solar panels just in case we break something and can't repair it.
And the thing that I think really kicked ass on this rocket last time I flew it. Did you have a chance to see it yet?
What?
Did you see the rocket that I launched to get the first half up?
Oh no, I haven't gotten
that
yet. No.
These fins that I attached, I think, really kicked some ass. So we'll test them.
That's good. I did think of something. We have a lander here to land on Duna.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't really actually have any way to land back on Kerbin.
I was thinking of just attaching a standard lander can with a heat shield on it and a parachute and toss it down there.
Well, the problem is that we need to shove like 3 Kerbals into it.
We could always send up another ship.
We may have to rendezvous another ship to evacuate said Kerbals and the science. That might be the best idea, especially if we're planning on reusing a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, I think it's time to head back to the Space Center. And then I guess I'll start putting together like parts packages that we're gonna need to take up and load in.
All right, we're gonna save this guy. And yeah, let's prepare for launch. This is time to have the metal hit the rubber or something.
All right, new ship. Mark 1 command pod. There's some more fireworks.
Mm-hmm. Or you're just making like Jiffy Pop.
Yeah, no. Okay, so we got a Mark 1 command pod. We're going to need just your standard heat shield. Wherever that happens to be. Standard heat shield. Okay, now we're going to put some... What are we going to put behind said heat shield? Oh, we're going to need a decoupler behind the heat shield.
So right now, the lander is behind, or the spaceship in orbit is behind me. So obviously I want to land at a... We wanted... yeah, because so I basically want to get a higher orbit than its apoapsis then, right? If I'm taking off with it behind me.
You want to get... If it's behind you... I mean, how far behind you is it?
We'll call it about half a pi radians, 90 degrees.
Yeah, so what you'll want to do is you'll want to put your apoapsis higher than it if it's behind you.
Okay. Let's see how well we can do this.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Nope.
I mean, once you've done it a lot, it's easy, and if you're in practice, it can be pretty easy. Mm-hmm. But obviously, not exactly in practice. Okay, that is not what we want here.
I'm reverting my flight because my fins weren't placed at 90-degree increments.
All right, so what do we need? We need parts containers. So that would be these guys. And can I not mount these radially against these girders, huh?
All right, yeah,
that's real annoying. I guess we're going to have to do radial hardpoints here, I guess, to make places to attach these. This is kind of annoying.
I have a feeling this whole mission to Duna is just going to be a giant fail cascade.
As long as we can... I don't think it's going to be, but as long as we can get... as long as we can get enough...
just like that.
As long as we get ourselves enough Delta V, I think it'll be fine. Or enough Delta V to get there. And I've figured out, I think what I'm going to do is, since we're only taking one lander, and we won't be able to get the science for both of us that way.
I think we should try to take at least 2 landers, so there's some... Well, no, you're attaching to the back, never mind.
I mean, we could take 2 landers.
Yeah. Let's kiss principle.
Yeah. I there's no reason why we couldn't take 2 landers if we wanted to. But my thought was that we'll just take turns taking the lander down, and then at the end, one of us will collect the science, and then I will just apply those I'll go into the back end and apply those experiments and the science collected to the other person, because I can do that. I heard an explosion.
Well, no, you didn't hear. That was my engines actually taking off, but for some reason my well, I know why. But my my tops top stage fell out of, you know, the actual part, the actual space station chunk fell out of the fairing because
Okay.
it's only being held to the fairing by a single long girder.
Struts.
Yep. That's why we're here. Strut it up.
All right. I am going to need many struts, I think.
I love this technique.
Many struts.
I love this technique that you showed me with the small octagonal struts and using them as like brace points for struts. It makes it.
Oh yeah. The rectangular ones, you mean?
Yeah. Well, they're called octagonal.
No, there's two different ones. The cubic octagonal. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the just octagonal.
And apparently there's a maximum length to your struts.
There is. All right. One container full of struts. I don't know how many struts we're going to need. So I'm probably just going to geez. I screwed that up.
So we'll have to attach these there like that.
I think I'm just going to fill up several containers full of struts. And the struts are mostly going to be for reinforcing. So maybe this first ship will just be for reinforcing everything and making sure we've got enough struts to go around.
And just barely over the maximum strut length. So we're going to have to do this even further down.
Many struts in containers here.
There we go. It's not pretty, but you'll hold. Hopefully. All right, so hopefully that was the cause of my wobble that I had while taking off. This is perfectly. I keep measuring this against the lines in the ground, and that fin is like lined up with the thing on the with the lines on the ground. That one is parallel to the lines on the ground. I'm not seeing any crazy curves or anything like that. So, let's see. While we're here, let us fix our staging so we don't crash and burn like we did the first time we tried launching.
Okay. I'm gonna click save. And then we're going to close the parts on all of these. And yeah. I think that'll do it for this episode. So, if you liked the video, click like and subscribe and tune in next time to see us fail some more.
Failure!
Thanks for watching.